All right. Good morning, crocheters. I don't see anyone on yet, and also, I'm really sick, if you can't tell. So I'm going to keep this super short because I don't know how long my voice is going to last. So because I've been sick this week, I haven't gotten a whole lot done. As that sometimes happens, right? Good morning, Denisha. So pretty much what I've gotten done was I was able to. Yes, Denisha, I have a cold. Yep, it's just a cold, but it is wreaking havoc on my sinuses and my throat, and I sound awful. But yes, anyway, thank you for your sympathy, April. And good morning, Stephanie. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and keep this short, and I moved my webcam closer to my face so you guys can hopefully hear me better, even though I'm like so quiet. Yesterday I could like only whisper. It was interesting. Good morning, Eugenia. Good morning, Adele. Thank you, Janet, for the well wishes. Good morning. Good morning, Charlotte. I hope you guys are doing well. Aubrey says she has a cold too. I'm sorry, Aubrey. For the pits. I mean, there are worse things, but still, colds are no fun. Good morning, Laura. Ooh, that helps me be a little louder. So yes, because I've been sick, I haven't gotten a whole lot done this week. Last week I showed you guys the baby monkey that I'd been working, like my first attempt, and then I showed you kind of the baby monkey lovey. And this one had a face, but I didn't like it, and so what I was able to get done was I removed the eyes and the nose and frogged it down to here, and then started again. So that's really sad. That's like mostly what I've gotten done. On this one I did on like starting on row 9 because I followed this same pattern, except I took out, I think, rows 9 through 11. I made it 30 stitches around instead of 35, so it's not quite so wide. So we'll see how I like it better in comparison. But I mean, and that, and like other than that and getting the fleece cut out, I'm going to use this kind of, it's cream colored with gold sparkles. I'm going to use that for the fleece on this one. That's pretty much what I got done. So yes, let's see. Good morning, Kathleen. Thank you. Thank you, Eugenia. Good morning, Barbie. I'm glad you guys like the monkey and the monkey lovey. Thank you, Debbie. I hope I feel better soon as well. Rachel had the cold first, and for her it was like really bad for one day, and for me this is really bad and 3 days, so we'll see. Hopefully I get over it quickly. That's awesome. Virgie, I'm not in pain. It's all good. I think that's awesome. You say you love Demi Moore's raspy voice, so you think it sounds good. That's awesome. Let's see. Oh, Charlotte asks if I tried doing the mouth with taupe yet. I have not yet, but I still plan on doing it. I worked on 2 things this week. I worked on taking this out and starting again, which took a little bit, and then one other thing, which is why I haven't gotten to the mouth. We talked a little bit about doing a sloth, and so this is my first attempt at a face, and I don't know if, yeah, I don't know. That's where I am on this. Very, very much a rough draft, but this is what I have so far for a sloth face. And I worked on this kind of in the car, driving up to my uncle's celebration of life. And so, like, I was really happy with it at first, and then I kind of am like, I don't know, as I've sat on it a little bit, I'm less certain, because I like having the markings just like part of the crocheting. That way there's less sewing later. But I also know that like not everyone's like amount of spiraling is the same in their crocheting. And so they could, like it could work really well for some people, and it could like not work at all for other people. And that doesn't sit very well with me, because I want my patterns to be able to be made by anyone. And also, like, I know sloths are really fluffy, like they've got really long fur, but it's also like kind of matted. It usually lays down. And so I feel like it needs a loop stitch because it has fur, but loop stitches tend to like poke out. So maybe it's not the right stitch. So I've got some more experimenting to do on this. But this is where it is so far. So yeah. Let's see, what do you guys say? Oh, Denisha likes him. Thank you. Eugenia says, here in Spain, everyone must be home for 2 weeks for the coronavirus. I'm going to do all your patterns. That's awesome. I mean, not awesome that you guys are basically, I don't know, on lockdown, but that's awesome that you've got something to do. Barbie likes it. Good morning, Heather. Thank you, Janet. Okay, I'm glad you guys are liking it so far. Oh, thank you. Kathleen likes it. Thank you. So does Charlotte. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Oh, that's an interesting thought, Kathleen. I like that. Kathleen says, what if I like crochet the loops down? Like when I make another stitch, that way that it all lays down. I think that's brilliant. Let's see. Thank you, Kelsey. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, Kathleen said cut. I'm sorry. My brain is moving so slow today. I'm sorry. Saved by Grace asks, have I ever thought about doing a turtle pattern? It is on my master list. I don't know when I will necessarily get to it. 1 second. But yes, absolutely. No, I don't necessarily have it written down specifically to happen this year, but it is on my list. All right. Okay. Yeah, Charlotte. Let me see. I think Barbie and Charlotte are saying the same thing, where you like maybe we could use them like that like super fuzzy yarn for the fleece, or not for the fleece, for the fur, which would work. That would be really cute, and I might look into it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Good morning, Sandy. I have a cold. And I'm tired and my brain is moving slow, but other than that, I'm doing well. um, yeah, Virgie says it looks a little complex. And so far it has been a little bit complex. I'm actually considering like not frogging this one, but just setting it aside and starting with a new, like with some new yarn and like follow kind of what I've been doing, but see if I can simplify it so that it's not quite so intense. That's awesome. Yeah, so Kathleen is saying like cut the loops so that they all lay down. That's all good. I will have to experiment with that because I was thinking when I was trying to do a lion last year about maybe doing that. My fear is that if I cut it, that it'll fall apart, like that you'll be able to pull basically the whole thing apart, and that would not be good. But I don't know because I haven't tried it because I've been afraid of ruining some of my projects. So I need to just, I don't know, grab some spare yarn and do a couple of loop rows and cut them all and then just see what happens. So okay. And Roxanne says, I prefer crocheting the face, but you're right. You can get off count easily. And yeah, the whole design goes. It's true. That's kind of what is struggling. Oh yeah, Tammy says she made a sloth with the loop stitch. It was a lot of work, but the hair turned out amazing. I would absolutely love it if you could send me a picture. That'd be super cool. Thank you, Tammy. You can either send it to either my email or my Facebook messages. That would be super cool. Yeah, Roxanne is saying if you cut each hair, you probably have to knot each hair, which is true. Which, I don't know, sounds like a lot of work, especially because I want to, the idea behind the sloth is to make him about as big as Samuel Koala. Let me see if I can get him out. So if I've got like basically this entire body and legs and arms and everything, all with loop stitches that have to be cut and knotted together like that, it just seems like maybe it'd be too much. Yeah, Kathleen saying it would be a lot of extra work. But maybe you could tie a tight knot after cutting, then fray check. Is a fabric glue with a little bit of that in the center would work. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, it's I don't sound great and I don't feel the greatest, but it is fun to still talk with you guys. I just hope you can hear me and it's not like miserable on your end. Yeah. Okay, and Kathleen is saying like maybe not as many loop hairs because they'll lay over one another. And I think you're right. I was thinking maybe doing every other row loops. I don't know. I've got lots to play with this because that could, I don't know, and it'll be interesting. That's kind of where we are. Let's see. Thank you, Peggy, for your vote of confidence. I appreciate that. And thank you, Kathleen. Let's see. Barbie says, almost like plastic canvas rug, do they mean? And I'm not sure about that, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm sorry, my brain is moving very slow. So there's a lot of me just sitting here. Anyway, um, that's awesome. Denise says this might be the pattern that'll have me try amigurumi. You should. It's fun. It's fun. Yes, Roxanne, it is. Um, no, this one is not sand. This is taupe. Which I think is the same color as baby sand, depending on whether you can find it in Bernat blanket yarn or Bernat baby blanket yarn. So yeah, sand is this color. It's a lot more saturated and orange versus the more kind of gray brown. So thank you very much, Charlotte. So yeah, this is what has happened this week. This, which is really unimpressive looking. But I'm giving myself some grace and just it's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. So yeah, this is what we've got. More work to be done, right? Let's see. Oh, Barbie is saying latch hook is what she meant. That makes more sense. Yeah, that would be very interesting. It would be a lot of work to latch hook it. But that's a very interesting idea. Sandy says, I've heard that when working on amigurumi, if you get bogged down, put in the eyes and suddenly you can see a personality. Do you find that to be true? Absolutely. Yep. It's yeah, as soon as you have the eyes on, you can feel, I don't know. You can feel something that's really special about them. So yep, I would definitely agree with that. Some of them though, like even when I just very start, I can like with a sloth, the nose is 2 rounds. And I made those first 2 rounds and I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be cute. Like I could see it and I was really excited about it. But maybe that's what I should do here soon, finish the head and put on the eyes so I can, continue to be excited by it. So Tammy, my email address is valerie@oldsoulcrochetco.com. So you can send me pictures. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much for saying that. I really am very grateful to have you guys as people who care about my crochet work. And yes, I am going to take some time and just get feeling better. I hope to, still be able to crochet. But that's gonna be. We're gonna take it easy this next. Well, until I get better. Thank you, Lashira. Lashira. That's a beautiful name. Well, I had better go. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. But I really want to say I appreciate you guys all for being here and for listening and for commenting and chatting with me here. These would be really boring chats if nobody said anything in the comment section. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh, that's awesome. Mother said she did 9 of the baby bunnies for Easter. Amazing. Way to go. That's so cool. So, yeah, take care, everyone. Goodbye, Lashira and Heather and Debbie and Tammy and Sandy and Barbie and Charlotte and Adele and Roxanne and Heather and Denisha and Kathleen and Peggy and everyone. Hope you guys are doing well and stay well. And I will talk to you hopefully next week. And if not, I'll come out with a video. But I should be here next week. Alrighty. Thank you. And bye, Janet. Bye, Virgie. See you later.